Hey everybody, hope you're okay out there, and I hope you're loving this beautiful sunny weather, albeit super windy, so I hope you can hear me okay. So I was thinking about the spiritual pain threshold that we all have. The spiritual pain threshold is linked to our emotional pain threshold. It's the part where we fear to go. It's the level of pain that we fear to access. So we learn lots of ways to avoid, to numb, to distract, to not feel, or to only dip our toe in the water a little bit. But when it comes to being your true self, our true self is on the other side of that spiritual pain threshold. So that means literally liberating yourself of every pain that you've ever been through, which sounds like a lot, but it's a very deep initiation that we can all go through. So, and there's different methods and means of going through that. You can sort of eke it out across the whole of your life, or you can do it in deeper hits. But if we want to be free to be who we truly are, we have to work through everything we've been through. There's not really any way around it. I mean, linked with that, there is the option of just letting go, but on the human level, usually we have to feel stuff and work through stuff because we're very attached to our pain as human beings. We get very locked into it. We struggle to process, we struggle to resolve, we struggle to have the conversations we need to have, we struggle to forgive, and you know, I've struggled with all of those things at different times. But the spiritual pain threshold is, can you touch in on and feel the deepest levels of pain in the abyss of your soul, of your heart, in who you are, your trauma, to be able to move past that threshold, because it's very rebirthing. It's like you become not a whole new person. You start to wake up and rebirth and become who you really are. So if life hadn't happened, who would I be? And this is such deep identity issues. We can have identity crisis when we're very lost from who we truly innately are, when we're very aside from, out of alignment from our soul, which is who we truly are. And most of us will be living off the map of who we truly are, because life happens and then we get bogged down in it, and we get distorted by it, and we get traumatized by it, and we get frustrated by it, and then we lead our life based from that energy. We see everything through the eyes of that trauma, which is why it's really useful to use the mirrors that are everywhere around you through the experiences you have. What is this showing me about me? And it's always about your reaction to stuff and what your deepest inner wounding is. Our mirrors are not things that are identical to us or what we deserve to have happen to us. Our mirrors are our deepest wounds. So if we don't use those mirrors, we stay on this side of the spiritual pain barrier, which means we're right in it. We're still in the pain, we're still operating from it, we're still driven by it, we're still reacting to it, we're still attracting relationships linked to the pain we've already been through. When we work through this stuff, we actually only need that relationship with us for that amount of time to work through what is the deepest pain I have. How do I know? How long can I stay in it? What can I make of it? How can I revisit it? How can I rewire it? How can I reframe it? But actually, can I go near it, or am I going to live a life full of many layers of avoidance, so I don't need to get that close to it? So we will control and manipulate life to stay away from our pain threshold, which is the tipping point between being wounded and becoming fully healed, not just a little bit healed. Going through that pain threshold of the spiritual barrier is going up against the deepest of your pain and just being in it and doing nothing with it, sitting with it, sitting in it. I did it for 16 hours once. I won't be doing that again in a hurry, I can tell you. But the deepest level of soul initiation is, can you surrender and surmount what you're feeling by going into it? We don't even have to pick it apart with everything. So, you know, I'm a talking therapist for most of my work, and sometimes I think, I don't know that this is relevant to this level of healing. Sometimes it's a different type of thing we need. Talking it through can be very re-traumatizing. Talking it through can drive us insane. Sometimes there's something else. And actually being in that pain on a soul level and allowing your soul to show you what you're in and all the misrepresentations you've had of your own psyche, your own personality, your own being, because it's your vision of you, your knowing of you is so distorted because of that level of pain you're carrying, which is the biggest barrier to truly healing yourself. Going through with the soul, which knows best, will ask you to carry a lot of courage in your heart to be able to do that for yourself. And you can revisit it as many times as you like, but I think if you want to know how to heal yourself and be your truest version that you can get to in this lifetime, using the soul's wisdom to deeply go into that pain, because that's where we work past our shame, our regret, our angers, our frustrations, our unforgivenesses, our self-resentment, our self-condemnation. It's in that portal of pain. Why all our answers are in our pain, I don't know. I've looked deeply at this and never have given myself a satisfactory answer to that on a theoretical sense, but in here I can feel that it makes complete sense. Our pain is our breakthroughs. Our pain is where we reclaim ourselves. The problem we get is if we stay on this side of the spiritual pain barrier, we sit in all our pain, our shame, our lack of respect for ourselves, our anger at others, our distortions of how we see ourselves, our imposter syndromes, and we get stuck there. So it's how to come out of freeze, how to come out of stuckness and work through it. There's easier ways, there's harder ways, there's in-between ways, there's many ways. Find your way, but your pain is your answer to your freedom and finding who you really are. Have a great weekend, everybody.